Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Wrestling Tea Tarot. I am Calypso Vibes here with my partner, Jude. We are about to do a reading for Teddy Theodore DiBiase, aka Teddy DiBiase, Ted DiBiase, and the DiBiase family. They are a mess right now. They're in scandal. They have stolen money from the government. They have stolen money from the needy. They have stolen money from the youth. Because I've read a little bit more into the funds that they took was for the inner city, right? So that's the poor, pretty much, right? And Mississippi is literally one of the poorest states in the United States. And it's terrible to read. And it's also the scandal. If you watch sports, Brett Favre is a part of this same scandal. So you got Brett Favre and the DiBiase family. And I mean the entire DiBiase family. You have Brett DiBiase, Ted DiBiase, and Ted DiBiase Jr. involved in this scandal. So it's 3 DiBiases involved. And it's quite unfortunate. And I don't see enough kickback on social media. I don't see enough from his peers. Everybody's kind of like being quiet, like, well, Teddy's gonna be Teddy, like it's expected. And I give credit to Dutch Mantel, who's like the only person I really feel like he didn't rail Teddy, but he said that's Teddy. Like, trust people for like
he told you who he was.
He told you who he was. Maybe y'all should believe him and listen. And he did kind of ridicule him, like, it's scumbag-ish, right? Like, and he's like, I like Teddy, but it's foul. It's wrong. And he should be getting in more trouble. He should be getting in more heat from his peers. But yes, he stole funds and laundered money. And there's wire fraud, laundering, money laundering, all of that from the government. That funds that were supposed to be put towards programs. Because his son, I remember like WWE even did a like behind the scenes special on Teddy Jr. running like this summer camp for like black inner youth. And just like, it wasn't just black inner youth, it was just poor, right? Like the lower, the poverty lines of Mississippi youth, right? A Christian, youth camp, summer camp, right? And they were supposed to take these funds because if you don't know, his dad, Ted DiBiase, has become a minister, right? And if you don't know by now, a lot of these guys become ministers because it's a way to avoid taxes, right? Because churches don't get taxed. And it's about time that churches start getting taxed and ministers start getting taxed. Because this is why they become ministers, so they can avoid being taxed. And it becomes a tax shelter and a tax haven. And maybe this is why the WWE, allegedly for entertainment purposes, isn't coming down on Teddy so hard, because who knows who launders their money through Teddy, right? So that's the reality of things.
I really felt like that's what really hit a nerve with Dutch. I definitely got the vibe that Dutch is a person of personal faith.
Yes, and it bothered him.
And the fact that Teddy was swindling people while allegedly doing this ministry.
Yes.
That's what really grind Dutch's gears.
Yes, because you're using people's faith and religion to scam them. So allegedly Teddy scammed people in ministry and scammed the government of these funds for children. Dirtbag, douchebag, all of it. And again, Mississippi is poor. These people don't have this kind of money. So I'm really disappointed because I grew up a huge $1 Million Man, a $1 Million Man fan. And I'm just like so disgusted in Teddy. And it's really not a good look. And it sucks for Teddy Jr. because Teddy Jr., if y'all remember, was in Legacy with Cody. And look at Cody. Cody's having the biggest glow up of his life. And Teddy couldn't get over, though, Teddy Jr. And maybe if Teddy Jr. stayed and then like did the indies and all that, but he walked away. He claimed WWE offered him another contract and he left because he claims, I don't want to be on the road. The road takes me away from my family and my kid. And maybe that was true once upon a time ago. But now he's out here scamming the government and scamming funds, laundering money with his dad and doing terrible things. And look at you now, Teddy Jr. I don't want to do the WWE. You're too good for the WWE, but you're good enough to scam people out of their, using their faith to scam them and using the goodwill of the government to scam them. And allegedly it's like $100 million in funds is missing between Brett Favre and the DiBiase family with this governor. It's insane. $100 million, y'all. So let's get into it. We have Ted, we're doing Ted Sr., right? The daddy, Ted DiBiase, right? But I did in the cards say Ted DiBiase and his family, okay? So we're going to start though with him and his sign. Teddy is a house 10 Capricorn Saturn. Insults me. I'm a Capricorn and I'm offended that he represents my Capricorn people. He's good with, talking. He's good with the gift of gab. He's good with selling people. He's good with ministry. Like, that's all things we're good with as Capricorns, being leaders, all that stuff. But he's using his gifts in a terrible way. I do not endorse by any means what Teddy is doing. Enterprise and career. The 10th house symbolizes the public life, authority, career issues, and also represents the mother or perhaps the opposite sex parent. So Teddy has parent issues. I do too. Like, a lot of Capricorns, I think, come from homes where our parents probably either work too much or we parent ourselves, right? So I know this is a common thread amongst a lot of Capricorns. Even some of my Capricorn friends all say that they didn't have great relationships growing up with their parents. So he's definitely got parental issues. But, public life, that's all Teddy. Authority, career issues. And we know Teddy has had an up and down career, whether it's in and out of the WWE, in and out of WCW, in and out of wrestling, but then got into ministry. And then the next card we have is Zodiac number 8, Capricorn, prosperity and innovation. So yeah, Teddy is always around enterprise, career, money. That's a Capricorn, right? Innovation. Your path might be filled with hurdles, and that's us. It's a slow and steady wins the race kind of thing for a Capricorn, right? But if you stay the path, you will be blessed beyond means. But just being a little open-minded will improve your life and you will reach your goals. So this is why Teddy's always been able to manifest materialism in his life, right? And have money, because it's really in our house and our sign that slow and steady wins the race. Master, illuminate a life path 11, wisdom, truth, and knowledge. Recognize and use creativity, intuition, healing capabilities to benefit humanity. Oh, Teddy, how you are not using your gifts and failing humanity. By the way, a lot of people who in wrestling who have life paths 11, like Becky Lynch and all of them, are great orators, like great talkers, right? Creative, eccentric. That's Teddy, right? So that's his life path is an 11. Destiny number 7. Your destiny wants you to discover the hidden truths and the philosophy of life and to teach others. All this teacher energy to teach others the true way of life, because you are destined to become a teacher of nature and life. So yeah, it'd have been great if he could have been a minister and actually done good instead of, keeping his hand in the cookie jars, stealing from people who don't have it and who need every bit of their money. Like I said, you can Google it yourself. Mississippi is not a wealthy state. And the wealth gap in Mississippi is like unlike anywhere I've ever been. I'm serious. Like, I've driven through Mississippi. You will literally have multi-million-dollar estates, and then you literally got trailers right like on the other side of the street. Like, Mississippi is like that. Like, the rich people, it's real some like, I'm rich and you're poor and that's what you deserve kind of energy. Like, and we want you to see our wealth and we're above you. It's weird. Like, Mississippi, I'm telling you, you got to go through it. You'll never believe it. If you've ever been to Biloxi, Mississippi, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, because there's a lot of casinos, right? And then you literally like drive a little bit further up the street and it is poor. It's like a wasteland of poverty. It looks like heck. And then you drive like another block up and then it's just rich estates. It's like that. It's so close. It's weird. And he's not using his gifts for good. And it's sad to see because, again, loved the $1 Million Man growing up. Power number 9, reevaluate what it means to work with selfless service to humanity. Oh my goodness, so much serve humanity, so much service, right? Being a public servant. Work with giving and contributing without thought of personal reward. That's his biggest problem. And I'll tell you why. He's a Capricorn. As a Capricorn, I have to admit it. I don't mind helping and giving people. Sometimes and again, maybe Teddy did feel like he gave too much, right? In his early years, right? Like, I gave a lot of myself. But then at some point, like, and I think that's kind of our problem, and that's why we need people around us to balance us. Like, yes, even though if you give, not everybody's, is worthy of that wrath. Because Capricorns definitely have a wrath of, well, then now I'm just going to do for me, and I don't care about anybody else. We can definitely be very selfish. Unfortunately, I feel like that's Teddy right now, right? He was selfish, but in a malicious way. I'm never malicious, but it's this real, like, I don't care about the consequences. It's real reckless, without thought of personal reward, let go of self in order to learn to be of service to others. And that's really hard when you are a Capricorn, right? Is to serve without wanting to reward yourself, right? His power number is commanding him to kneel, to just give. And that's really it, right? Like, if you're able to keep a roof over your head, like, it means to live with minimal means, right? Do more good than you take back for yourself, right? And that's what his life path is calling him. They'll know you'll be comfortable, you'll live a good life of modest means. That's kind of what his life has really been demanding of him, because it wants him to give. And the universe will always provide for him, right? But he wanted more. Like, he's like, no, I want to live in the big house. I don't want to live in the middle. I want to do it big. And that's kind of where his hand getting caught in the cookie jar is coming from. What do you think of his cards, though? Of his life paths and stuff?
I think that we've done this for, a good-sized handful of wrestlers and personalities around wrestling now over the past week or so. And this is probably the most contrary that we have seen this. Oh no, all of these things, you're supposed to be doing this, you're supposed to be doing this, and he's just as opposite as you could be from it.
Right? It's crazy.
Yeah, and maybe those particular numbers ain't meant for Capricorns.
Right? It's that's why I just said that. I'm like, it's not us. Like, I love giving and I love doing, but I also am materialistic. Like, I like nice things. I like doing nice things. You know how I am. Like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it small. I'm gonna do it big, and I don't care about the consequences. That's kind of our problem, is the consequences part, right?
If you remember, we've seen documentaries and interview footage, whatever, where Ted, as a younger guy, said that he wasn't comfortable. Like, when Vince put the $1 Million Man gimmick on him and bankrolled it,
yes,
and said, oh no, I expect you to be staying in these places, I expect you to be eating in these places, and Teddy didn't know what to do, because that wasn't his lifestyle.
Right, he wasn't accustomed to it.
So to some degree, who knows, he could have...
Vinny helped
he could have been that guy that those members say.
Right.
Had he not lived the $1 Million Man gimmick.
For years, talking years of this gimmick. Easily 15 years. Because even when he went to WCW, he got paid a lot of money. Just to stand there. He wasn't even wrestling. Wasn't even wrestling. Got to live a life of luxury, riding in limos, and like Teddy's for like 20 years. Teddy has had the glory life. Just because Vinny put this gimmick on him. Crazy, right? There's a deceit.
Which, yeah, for anyone watching who hadn't heard that's how important kayfabe was back then in the 80s.
Right.
That Vince McMahon came out of pocket, or out of, the company's budget, to ensure that his $1 Million Man character was never seen
bringing bro,
going into a McDonald's or something.
Right, or of humble means. Nope, he rode limos. Like, Vinny funded him to live like an obnoxious,
extravagant lifestyle.
Yes. And it sounds like Teddy never let it go.
Including Sensational Sherry for the brief period that she was his valet.
Yes. So we have lost, wounded, rejection, not feeling enough, missing someone, 5 of Pentacles, left out in the cold. So there's definitely the the losing of one, I think this means losing of self, right? Loss and wounded and rejection, right? And then now the public scrutiny, because I think even though we might not see a lot of peers publicly, he might have lost a lot, like not just the money, the embarrassment, right? And is now sitting here wounded, right? And kind of left in the cold, feeling lost in the sauce, right? Because people like, oh no, I supported you. And now maybe he might feel like the Fed and people from the Fed, like, nah, I got to cut ties to you, homie. I ain't trying to get caught up in you, right? So there's definitely some feeling lost, wounded, and rejection. We have illusion, Neptune, and confusion. Not seeing clearly. I wonder who's the Neptune energy, do you know?
Yeah, Brett, the younger son.
Gotcha.
The one who's in the most trouble, I think.
Right. Not seeing clearly, escapism, addictions, fantasy, and codependency. So there you go. It's his son or his brother? Brett.
Yeah, son.
Wow. So yeah, his son Brett was dealing with illusions, right? Someone was telling him lies and he wasn't seeing things clearly, escaping, and definitely dealing with addictions.
Oh, he's the Life Path 9, by the way.
And by the way, guess what? I pulled his addiction card. Look how good I am. I don't want to brag. I say this all the time. People of Life Path 9s have addictions. And this only confirms that before we even started studying numbers and life paths, it was just a constant like trend of Life Path 9s being delusional people and codependent and addictions. There's his youngest son right there coming through. Truth expression, new perspective, seeing the truth, clear action, honesty, and communication. So there's some truth coming through, right? He's gonna have to testify because I think they're about to go through legal things, and now he's got a new perspective on things. I bet you do when you go to jail. When you go to jail and you got to speak the truth, right? Having a new perspective, and it says a clear action. It says Venus. Oh, is he gonna take a plea bargain? I wonder, because this says Venus offer. Romance, love, beauty, creative arts, wealth, harmony, attraction, and offer. I wonder who's offering. By the way, is he married?
Teddy?
Allegedly, he got in trouble because he had a mistress.
Right. I don't know what his current...
So I wonder if this is possibly his wife or the mistress, because allegedly he got caught with a mistress. And allegedly he's a addict in the bedroom. Like he has an addiction in that. That's one of Teddy's addictions. So we also have addictions for Teddy too.
He is still married after 42 years.
Yeah. So maybe the wife is making an offer like, I want a divorce, or, you know, making a deal of like, because she doesn't want to be involved. So there's something of an offer being, you know, he's being made an offer. I wonder if she wants a divorce. I wonder if he's going to take a plea deal. That offer can mean many things. Or the mistress, if he's going to have to pay the mistress off. Let's keep going. Cold and control, silent, observing, hiding feelings, secretive, blocking emotions, masking. That sounds about right for Teddy, right? Teddy's being cold. That's a Capricorn to some degree sometimes, right? Like when we feel like our backs are against the wall, he's trying to control the situation. He's cold. He's got his back against the wall. He's not showing much emotion. He's not expressing himself, keeping to himself, right? You know, masking how he really feels, right? Reunion, soul ties. Yeah, this is the wife. Soulmate, fated partnership, past life connection, and past returns. So yeah, his wife is definitely involved in this, and there's something happening with the wife. I don't know if she wants a divorce or she's giving him an ultimatum. There's something happening with the soul tie, the reunion, right? Because I think he just got out of jail. Fulfillment, wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups, success, achievements, happy outcome. So there's going to be, I wonder if they're going to win. I wonder if they're not going to get in this bigger trouble. That's why I'm saying the offer and the victory and the wish fulfillment. There's something he's wishing for that he's going to succeed at, of a happy outcome. I wonder if he's going to take a plea deal to not go to jail, and that's kind of like a victory or success. I'm telling you, there's an offer and something that's making him happy, a wish fulfillment coming true. We're going to need to do some more cards. Remember, this is all just allegedly. By the way, y'all, this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes. I don't know Teddy personally, but You know, I'm not rooting for him, I'll tell you that much. Karma needs to catch him, because this has been years of him doing harmful things to people, and I think it's about time karma beat his behind well. But it doesn't look like there's going to be too much justice, unfortunately. It looks like he might take a deal to get out of this. The moon, intuition, subconscious emotions, fear, deceit, things are not as they appear. So yeah, someone's lying. There's deception being played in the shadows. There's some behind the scenes. That's what I'm saying. Back deals being made. Someone's not being truthful in this situation, and someone's making deals. That's the offer. Someone's making backdoor deals, and that's why someone's feeling lost, wounded, and rejected.
Well, let's remember, by the way, that this could not have happened without government officials in the state of Mississippi being complicit.
Right. Absolutely.
Which is why these guys are not going to get the justice that they should be getting.
Exactly. And then we have self-care energy, low energy, depleted, cleansing, wanting time alone, recharge, retreat. That's that cold control, not showing who I am. He wants to run. He's defeated. There's that lost, wounded. They all feel defeated. I can tell you that, and depleted. And the cleanse and the recharge and retreat, one of them needs rehab. To me, this means rehab. Like, I'm like feeling the energy, and yeah, someone needs rehab. There's definitely needing of a detox. And I think they all feel low. Like, they all feel shame, embarrassed, humiliation. But one of them needs to detox. Bad. Bad. What do you think so far?
I'm curious who that Venus energy is, because that could be Libra or Taurus. And I don't know where exactly that's playing out. But
well, I got reunion and soul ties, which made me think it's the wife.
Right, and there's...
Being married that long, there's no way she's not involved.
There's very, very little information available on her, because, of course, you know, they've been married since before everyone had to put all their business on the internet.
Exactly.
So, no, her name is out there, and that's it.
Yeah. Good. Ooh, I might need you to get up and get these for me. Like, they've flown really far.
Is it just that one?
Nope. It is like 3 cards. There's 2 over there and 1 underneath me. Please. Appreciate you. They're under a microscope.
I should say. I mean, everybody on the tweeter machine got to see Teddy Jr. do the walk of shame, you know, when he made bail this morning.
All right, you guys. There we go. Let's get into this next flow. Let's see. There's a lot of new life and fertility. Someone's pregnant.
It's that fish again.
Mm-hmm.
And the Brett's energy is coming through strong, right? He keeps showing up because, like I said, I think he's the one in the most trouble.
Yep. But I think someone's snitching on him. Like, there's some real in the shadow stuff. Someone's about to throw somebody under the bus or snitch. I'm serious.
Oh, of course, baby boy gonna take the fall.
Allegedly for entertainment purposes. Let's keep going. Helping hand, favor, support. See? Someone's about to help Teddy. He's calling in favors. Favors and support, helping hand, home, safe, family. The whole family's in trouble. By the way, when I've done this reading, I've said Ted DiBiase and the DiBiase family. There's the family showing up, right? So there's the whole family involved. Disputes, conflict, pain. See what I mean? There's conflicts, there's arguing, there's fighting over this, there's people upset, there's People are hurt by this. The women in their lives. That's what that Venus is. They're all married, by the way. So this is their wives and their families and their children. They have children. Ted has grandchildren that are now involved and embarrassed. So there's pain and conflict involved. New life, healing, cleansing. There's that cleansing again. Someone needs to detox. Someone needs to heal. They all need to heal. But someone is an addict, and maybe more than one. And they need healing. They need therapy. They need counseling. Right? And that can also mean one of their wives or mistress is pregnant. Betrayal. I told you. There it is. Betrayal, deceit, jealousy. Someone is about to throw somebody under the bus. Somebody about to throw somebody under the bus. You heard it here first, baby. That is not alleged. I trust my gift. That's that shadow, hiding, creeping deals. Someone's making backdoor dirty deals.
Well, there's definitely someone more famous and more influential than any of the DiBiases involved in
Brett
this.
Favre.
Who is a Libra.
Yeah. Betrayal.
So we saw that Venus energy.
Yep. Betrayal, deceit, and jealousy. There it is.
Who has documented issues with substances, pain pills, whatever, like, many professional athletes have.
Hope, spiritual ascension, and peace. What you want me to tell you? That's somebody. What you mean? What do you want me to tell you? Someone's at peace, probably leaning into prayer, like coming to terms with their decisions. Not all of them are. So maybe one of them is like, you know what? Like, I did it. I'm sorry. Like, I need help. Maybe saying, what do you want me to tell you? You can make that face. A lot of people find Jesus when they're in trouble. What you want me to tell you? Look closely, careful, pay attention. See, it's telling people to pay attention. Watch what's happening. Telling y'all, make sure. Let's watch and see if they try to sweep this. First of all, let's see if they try to sweep this under the rug. Or let's see if, like, who gets in trouble, right? Or if they try to make it go away quietly, or if only one of them gets in trouble, or if they all just get a slap on the wrist. But I'm telling you, it says pay attention closely. Watch, look at the details. That's the vibe. Like, pay attention to the details. That's the energy. Pay attention to the details. Look closely. We need to look a little bit more into the story. I think there's some more tea that's being overlooked. I'll look more after this. Abundance, self-employed business. Someone's looking out for self. There's money still at play. Someone's high. There's $100 million to account for. There you go. There's money. Yeah, there's money hidden somewhere. There's stash.
Again, there's that fish.
Who's the fish?
Brett. No, not Favre.
I know.
The Brett DiBiase is the Pisces.
Yeah, the energy is someone knows where the money is. There's money, like the self-employed, the business. Yeah, someone's got money tucked. Someone's not being honest about all the money.
Allegedly for entertainment purposes.
Oh yeah, that's the vibe. That's what the betrayal and deceit and the jealousy is like. I'm getting in all this trouble and I ain't even get that much money. Like, that's what I feel like, the fight somebody has said. Like, I'm involved in getting in this. I ain't even get that much money, like, kind of stuff. Like, oof, yeah, buddy. I'm just like getting a vibe. The spat has literally been like that, like something like that. Self-care, there it is. Breathe, restore balance. I told y'all. Confirmation. Someone needs rehab. Someone needs counseling, therapy. There's a lot of that within this family. That's out of balance. Somebody's really angry though. Like, there's this really upset energy. Fertility, good time, sexuality. I told you. By the way, Ted Senior's an addict, like a rabid addict, right? He has admitted that he has sexuality addictions. There you go. He has addictions, and he has different addictions from his son, but his son also has addictions. This is so problematic with these boys because the daddy is rotten. And so the boys have addictions. But Teddy's infidelity is coming up. And I'm telling y'all, someone either pregnant. Oh, God. I don't want to say it. Like, I don't know. Oof, I don't like that vibe. Like, maybe telling somebody not to have it kind of energy. Like, these kind of talks have been had. Ugh, yeah, I don't like the vibe. Let it flow, acceptance, let go. Someone's just accepting. I told y'all, someone's just coming to terms with it. Like, what's happening. And it's just letting it flow and letting it go. And it's not fighting anymore. One of them. And then we have disappearing act, outcast, ghosting. I'm telling you, someone's about to pull a disappearing act on them. And I think this family is about to get outcasted, like in the sense of like, you know, probably going to try to disappear from the public eye, the limelight. But yeah, we got the outcast ghosting. That's what I feel so far. But yeah, someone's trying to disappear out of the public light and go back under the radar. What do you say? What do you think of the card so far?
Well, what I was over here looking at is, you know, you were saying, basically the family tree is, you know, kind of twisted at the roots. Ted, $1 Million Man, is adopted, right? The DiBiase name is an adopted name, which actually makes me realize his destiny number and all that, not the life path number, but the destiny number and such that are based on the name, are not accurate. Because even though there was no mention of what his birth name is, his birth name is not Theodore Melvin DiBiase. Right? He may have a birth certificate that says that, but his father, via adoption, Iron Mike DiBiase, died in the ring when Teddy was like 14 or so. Like, when we talk about legacy families, how about both Ted DiBiase's parents were wrestlers?
Wow.
His father and mother. So, just very briefly, I didn't see any scandal or controversy surrounding either of those parents, but I'm sure that it was traumatic that, you know, his old man died in the ring.
The regrets, disappointment, hurt, and expectations. There it is, right? The disappointment, the hurt, regrets. You know, I think this is his whole family is regretting a lot of their decisions, and you know, someone didn't meet the expectations, you know what I mean? Didn't feel like they didn't live up to all these expectations. I wonder if that's his sons. The door, blockage, challenge, obstacle. There's a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles. Heck, the women might even be shutting them out. Whenever we see feminine energy representation, could be the women are like, nope, I'm done. You know, let's close the door on these marriages. Like, because I bet to some degree these women are embarrassed. The waterfall, sorrow, acceptance, chaos. You know, there it is. More chaos, more acceptance, right? And sorrow. So yes, and it's the women again, embarrassed, upset, angry. Children probably upset and angry. There's sorrow, there's regret. Like, I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry I hurt this family, right? Disappointment and expectations. The union, told you, it's the marriage. Their marriages, what is it? Consent, sacrifice, and companionship. Someone's going to end up in, I don't know if all their marriages are going to make it out of this, right? And I think Ted Senior's wife knew about the mistress. It's weird, but there is an anger about that.
No, I think that's actually, I think that's documented.
Like, she accepted it. The future, adventure, luck, and infinity. Oh, someone's going to get a lucky break, I'm telling you, because there's still money somewhere. Someone's going to make it out of this unscathed. Somebody might even give up the money just to stay out of jail. But there's someone's going to get lucky and going to disappear from the limelight. I'm telling you. The disintegration. Ooh. Haven't seen this one. Fragmentation, breakdown, and strength. Oof. That one feels a little heavier, right? Like someone feels super broken. Super broken.
I don't know who that is specifically, but you have got to think who had the most to lose publicly is $1 Million Man, because you're not the only one who has a strong nostalgic tie, and you know, $1 Million Man can, you know, go to WrestleCon and do autograph signings and whatever, and people flock to him. And now he's going to end up in one of these situations where, yeah, you kind of got stink on your shoe. Like, we don't really want you around.
The abundant, nurture, comfort, and need. This is a woman. That's that money at play again, I'm telling you. Interesting. The energy and vibe of looking at this card. One of the women know where the money is. All the women are innocent in this, and I can't tell you who it is. But the comfort, need, nurture. One of the women are okay with all this that's going on. Is still going to stand by and support, but they also know where the money is.
Everybody's got a price.
Mm-hmm. The weary. Oof. And yet, I wonder if this is Ted's wife.
The elder.
Drained, heartache, and fulfillment. The weary.
She's been married through 40 years of shenanigans already.
Right. But yeah, there is also a small circle of heartache and drain. Just constant heartache. There's a lot of that. Of like, his family really do need healing. Like, seriously. And I mean badly. Like, the men in this family need to detox. They need counseling, therapy. But this family need healing. This reading is for Ted DiBiase himself. This reading is for Ted DiBiase himself. This reading is for Teddy DiBiase. What do you think of the cards so far while I'm doing Teddy? Not the family. This is just strictly for Teddy.
I think there's, you know, people are feeling what that shame is going to be, because it is a public family. Whoever's got this knowledge, you know, I think they're going to sit on it until it's most beneficial to do otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Oof, we had a lot of cards fall for Teddy. Wow. His cards weren't like braids. They popped. Let's see. All right. Let me see if I can get these in alphabetical order. Remember, you guys, it's all allegedly for entertainment purposes. We appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please turn on that notification bell. Please leave a comment down below on what you thought of the reading. Comments help push us out on the algorithm, and so does liking the video. We appreciate it. Please don't forget, if you have a social media, sharing us out to your friends who you think may enjoy tarot, wrestling tarot with us. We appreciate all the support. We see your comments. We see you guys supporting. Thank you so much for being here with us. We're probably going to do some of these readings live in the future. I know a lot of people probably would like to be there live and, you know, be a part of seeing these readings live. And, you know, YouTube loves when you go live, too. So we have Defiance as the first card.
Defiance.
We have resistance, will, disobedience. Defiance means it is time to stand your ground, resist going along with others if their views, opinions, or beliefs do not line up with yours. Does not mean you have to engage in conflict or arguments, but do not conform to make other people happy. Be your true self. So it's about time that Teddy walks in his truth. It's time he stops trying to appease people in the masses and wearing that mask. The Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man gimmick, it's time for him to let it go. That's what that is. Letting go of the character, the gimmick, and the mask. That's defiance.
And here I'm thinking that this is someone that's going to roll on the other guys. Like, no, I'm not going to hold to the code of silence.
Right, and that could be that too. Like, right, the resistance, the will, being disobedient could be that too. But I also do think it means it's time for him to give up the gimmick, because that's the mask. Like, it's time he be himself, a person. I don't know if he knows who that is. That's like Ric Flair. Like, they don't know who they are outside of these gimmicks. Entanglement, there it is. Oh, I was waiting for the Jada Pinkett entanglement card. Ooh, that entanglement. Entrapment, manipulation, and confinement. Entanglement is the feeling of being trapped in an unhealthy situation or relationship. This is him with his mistresses. Are you caught in a love triangle? You may find yourself entangled in an unpleasant situation at work. Someone in your life could use manipulation as a tool to keep you in a state of confusion. Have the courage to break unhealthy ties of other people, leave unpleasant situations behind you. I think more than just Teddy is caught in an entanglement. That's my personal opinion, because it came through multiple cards. I think him and a son be having a side piece in these extracurricular activities. And these women, that's why I pulled the confusion. I even pulled the confusion card, right? They're not letting go so easily because they know there's money involved.
But that's also 2 cards in a row saying break away.
Right, absolutely. But he's caught in a messy entanglement. That's his own fault. It's his own doing. Maybe he need to stop putting his stuff out there. Foresight. Sorry, you guys. Y'all probably hear the UPS driver dropping stuff off at my house. We have foresight. It's an interesting card. Foresight, prescience, planning, and vision. Foresight is the ability to see beyond the present and anticipate what the future holds. Take time to plan ahead. You possess the ability to predict what is needed for the future, and oftentimes with uncanny accuracy. You may be clairvoyant, keep moving toward your goals and leave your troubles. Oh yeah, your vision is to your advantage. So yeah, Teddy's looking for a way out. He can see the writing on the wall, and he's gonna definitely protect himself. Oh yeah, this is self-protection all over it. To the point he might even sacrifice his own children to not get in trouble, to protect whatever's left of what he has, of his legacy, and things like that. Melting. We have next, as y'all can see, is the next card. We have surrender, flow, and yield. Melting is surrendering. It is falling in love. It is forgiving and forgetting. It is the choice to give up a struggle. Yes, there it is. 3 cards saying letting go and giving up. Ease into situations that you find fearful. Be fully engaged in the moment and allow yourself to melt in your feelings. Now is not the time to resist. So yes, it's saying that now is not the time for him to keep being defiant and being this worst version of himself. It's time he surrenders and gives up. The jig is up, baby. Passion. This is what Spirit is calling him to do. By the way, this is a Spirit deck. Spirit and Shadows deck. Passion. Intensity, fire, consistency. Passion is an intense emotion. Burning passion that is uncontrolled is an unpredictable fire that can bring ruin, or burn out quickly. Controlled passion, a steady burning flame, can make life exciting and fulfilling. Do not become fixated or obsessed with the object of your desire or a passionate pursuit. That's his problem. Gives into his passions, his lustful passions, whether it's the business, whether it's, money, whether it's, women. It says allow the steady flame of enthusiasm to move you towards that of what you desire. Yeah, that's Teddy's problem. He's fueled by his passion. He's run by his worst instincts. We have reincarnation. as the next card, you guys. Reincarnation coming up next. Rebirth, integration, changeable. Reincarnation is a rebirth. Allow the wisdom you have gained from the past to be your foundation for the future. Look at the life and see all that you have overcome. See who you truly are in the present. Reinvent yourself. Lord, he don't need any more reinvention. Reinvent yourself by integrating the old and the new. You are fluid. Allow yourself to flow and change throughout your lifetime. I told y'all, Teddy needs to take the mask off. His spirit is demanding he let go of this old life and these bad habits. Universe is commanding him to stop being defiant, stop disobeying law, right? The law of his universe. Like, the spirit is telling him his passions, his desires is getting him in trouble. It's time he faces his addictions. He needs help, though. I can tell you that. Like, all this entanglement, defiance, there is bad, I'm talking about passion, like bad habits. But he can see it and he knows it. Like, he knows that he has the gift. Again, that's why he's a pastor and a preacher. And then the adversary. It's the last card on that deck. The adversary. Challenger, obstacle, limits. The adversary is your competition or your enemy in any form. There may be someone in your life who is going to challenge you. Yup. One of his children might literally betray him. I told y'all there's going to be a betrayal. The enemy can be a situation that feels out of your control, which we know he's spiraling out of control currently. Know your true adversary. Sometimes you are your own nemesis. Do not let a negative mindset defeat you. You have more control than you realize. So yeah, he obviously has more power than we know in this. He knows more than he's letting on, right? But someone's challenging him, and I wonder if that's Brett Favre or one of his sons is challenging him in this situation.
So, regardless of what sort of shady dealings he has done, and even Dutch Mantel said it about Teddy, I think that, he didn't get into ministry strictly as a scam, right? I think that whether from his own upbringing or his own, foundation of faith, there is a true foundation there. And let me tell you, those last three cards, if you look at them through a lens of traditional Christianity, are so telling, right? Because the passion and the meaning of the card related to passion is very, I think, literal, right? The burning feelings about something. But the passion is also the word used for, the events surrounding the crucifixion of Christ, right? Hence the Mel Gibson film, The Passion of the Christ. Anyone who is brought up Catholic knows that, Easter Sunday you read the Passion play. And to some degree, I'm not so sure that Ted's going to be the one to walk away from this. I think Ted might be the one
to get sacrificed,
to fall on his sword and say yes, and finally
take accountability, have that moment. The use of the word adversary, that's such a biblical term, as the adversary is literally a biblical term for Satan, the devil, however you choose to say it. Which, to me, that says the government is going to be his biggest adversary.
Or even in the description of the card, that, you can be your own biggest adversary, right? Coming to terms with his own personal demons. The reincarnation, I think, was obvious, but I also find it so interesting that it's almost like a photo negative of the passion card, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they're very similar in appearance.
But I do think he's always at conflict with himself. He contradicts himself. I absolutely see the contradiction. I want to do good.
Mm-hmm. Spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Yep. And the temptation of addictions. He has more addictions other than the ladies. Because it's all in the cards. So we have Boss B, runs own business, stable, busy, multifaceted. So like I said, there might actually be a woman who is pulling a lot of strings, by the way. There's a woman, and it was in the cards, by the way. That Venus, someone is pulling strings. There is a woman involved. Karmic friends, can't fully trust them. There it is. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. There it is. So someone has played that they are their friend, whether it's that governor or Brett Favre, but they really ain't this family's friend. Moving on. Thank you. Next. There it is. So someone's walking away from this situation, but that's a woman because it's the kiss. So an offer. I told y'all someone's making a deal. There's some kind of deals being made behind closed doors. Always partying. There's the addictions. This is just my closing argument. Blocked. Someone is blocking social media and someone's being blocked on social media, right? Ignoring the social media. Too busy winning. Someone's walking out of this victorious, and we're going to have to wait to see who it is from this reading, right? But someone's gonna walk out victorious acting cold. There it is. There's that cold again. So that's Teddy. To me, that's definitely Teddy's energy. Scarcity tactics. Someone is holding some cards. I can't tell you who it is, you guys. Unfortunately, and unless I'm spelling out their names on the Ouija board, it's kind of hard to see because I'm reading him and the family. But someone is. Oof. There's some scarcity tactics playing out behind the scenes. Screenshots, there it is, getting evidence, getting proof, getting facts. Remember that I pulled that magnifying glass. Someone is digging into them heavy and gathering evidence. Hustling, making it rain, focusing on money, getting it. See? Family, that was that family. It was all about hustling, money, 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 money. That's them, right? Guess what? Jackpot. I told y'all there's still money hidden somewhere. There's the hustling and the money. There's a lot of money at play and being hidden somewhere. Fake flexing. Acts rich. Ooh, that's confirmation. Yeah, that money made me choke. Someone's lying like, oh, I don't know where it is and the money's gone. Liar. Acts rich, flossy, money, acts fancy, shows off, etc. So we know that's the $1 Million Man, right? The whole gimmick. This family loves living beyond their means. That's that family. Love living beyond their means. Spending what they don't have. Extra triggered. Told you there's rage involved. Someone is angry, mad. Probably, again, not all these women are okay with what's been going on. Someone is triggered and explosive and pissed. And they better be careful with the scarcity tactics. Seriously. Love on the brain, dreaming, fantasizing, nostalgia, daydreaming. Someone's living in the past. You know, reminiscing, being nostalgia, like, man, I had it good. You know, there's this going down memory lane, obsessive lover. So we got scarcity tactics. So we got double guns in these photos with extra trigger. That's dangerous. Obsessive lover, dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessiveness, karmic. Told you, someone's getting karmic, getting some karmic justice here. Photo proof, getting evidence, double getting evidence. So screenshots, photos, somebody's being watched. Yeah, I just got a huge, whiff of someone's being observed. They're not done with them. Someone in his family is being observed. So not only are they digging, they're digging in receipts. They're digging in phones, social media. They're digging, taking photos, watching. This might have been something that was being observed for a while.
Teddy Jr. just got out on bail, so you know they're going to have their eye on him.
Yup. Someone's going to be getting observed and has been getting observed and travel. Someone might try to run and travel. Or that's the ghosting, disappearing, right? Somebody might become what's it called when you're an informant?
Witness protection?
Yeah. Because there's the travel and there's the ghosting, disappearing act. With travel. Makes me think someone's trying to run or is going to take a deal and dip. So, there's that. Travel, again, is all allegedly for entertainment purposes. That's my reading on Ted DiBiase and the $1 Million Family. I think the cards speak for themselves. The tea, that's the tea. That's the real tea of summing it up.
Yeah, that's some juicy tea. Oh, gosh, I'm so curious about Brett Favre now.
Right?
Ugh, I don't want to read him. But it just really got me thinking. Yeah, who knows what.
The tea is hot, y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I know what I feel. I just won't say a lot of stuff on YouTube. Because I'm smart and I protect myself and my home and my family. And this is all for allegedly entertainment purposes. But I think I've told y'all plenty. And if you can't get the gist of what I'm putting out, then I can't help you. Like, in some of my readings, there's a lot of things I would love to say more of, but I'm smart enough to know. First of all, we're on YouTube. You can't say a lot of things, and then some things is just smarter to not read into out loud. Things that I feel and I see, and I'm telling y'all, it's some dirty dealing business, and there's gonna be some backstabbing in the end. And but some people are gonna make it out unscathed and got that money. That jackpot, that money.
Right. So there's two serpents, 2 tools.
Yep.
And a lot of stacks of money.
Yep. And a lot of anger, though. That was all through the cards. Heartbreak. Defeated. I read that through 3 decks. I think Teddy's wife, though, I think that really is her. She's tired. She's so tired.
40 years is a long time.
Like, I definitely feel like there's a woman that's super fatigued in this. Like, I felt that. Like, I was so defeated. Like, I'm just tired. I'm so tired. Like, that feeling. I definitely felt a lot of, I'm just tired. It sucks because she's an old lady. Like, she has to be in her 60s easily. 50s or 60s. So, yeah. There's fatigue. She's been through a lot of Teddy's shenanigans. But all right, you guys, this is where I'm going to wrap up because we're about to hit an hour. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope y'all really enjoyed that. Please let me know what you think and what else you would like us to touch on too. But please don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you can see more videos. Make sure you leave a comment. Tell us what you think, what else you would like us to see. Share. Let people know. Beat up. Don't let this family go quietly. Don't feel bad. Like, this is their own destructive doing. And like I said, I don't feel bad for them. Karma needs to catch them. They need healing. I feel bad for the children because I do see that. The embarrassment. I feel bad for the children and the people who are innocently involved. And I really pray that they get some healing and they are able to, get some counseling and all and some therapy and move on from this. Those who are just getting innocently whiplash, splash damage in this. But this has been my reading on Ted DiBiase and the DiBiase family. Anything you like to close with, Jude?
Nope, just We Are Wrestling T Tarot.
We Are Wrestling T Tarot, you guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.